The cleric is the final line of defense. If the resistance compromises it, we are doomed.
Let me ask you something. Why are you alive?
Don't you see, Preston? It's gone. Everything that makes us what we are faded away.
Then you know what I'm gonna do now.
If we can succeed in disrupting the supply for even one day, our cause will be won by human nature itself. Will you do it?
Remember me.
Be careful, Preston. You're treading on my dreams.
In a futuristic world, a regime has eliminated war by suppressing emotions, books, art, and music. Sense offense is strictly forbidden and a crime punishable by death. This is the backdrop to the film Equilibrium, written and directed by Kurt Wimmer, starring Christian Bale, Taye Diggs, Emily Watson, and Sean Bean. The film revolves around an oppressive totalitarian city called Libria, which has outlawed human emotion. The Liberian government believes human emotion caused World War III and has chosen to outlaw emotions in the name of peace. With emotions outlawed, Libria is deemed a utopian paradise run by the head of state, our father. He rules with an authoritarian fist, resulting in a rebellion against his totalitarian regime. For the rebels, emotions are the core of what makes someone human. For Libria, emotions are against the law of peace, and violators are labeled sense offenders and sentenced to death. Enforcing these laws are clerics, a brutal, emotionless police force tasked with eradicating sense offenders and their collections of sense paraphernalia. Armed with the fighting style of gun kata, clerics are unlike anything you've seen before. A cleric is trained from adolescence in gun kata, a fighting style that uses math and probability to predict an opponent's moves with perfect accuracy. It's a blend of martial arts and gunplay that's both elegant and deadly. So what would happen if a deadly cleric becomes one of the offenders? That's where Christian Bale's character, John Preston, comes in. He's the top cleric of the state, enforcing the no-feelings law with sheer brutality. He's trained to be the best and goes into any situation without fear or emotion, even disposing of his partner, who he realizes is a sense offender. But when Preston stumbles upon a hidden stash of banned art and music, he begins to experience feelings of guilt and regret. Feeling these emotions starts to overwhelm him, but before Preston can numb his emotions with Prosium, an emotion-suppressing drug, his emotional floodgates open, and he can't control feeling every emotion he has never felt. It awakens something in him, a side he never knew existed. Preston starts questioning everything he's been taught and everything he believes in, creating an existential crisis within himself as he starts to feel the guilt of standing by as his wife was executed by the state for sense offending. Rebelling against his training as a cleric, Preston decides to take a stand against the state and fights for the right to feel, even if it means going against everything he's ever known. It's a battle for the very essence of what it means to be human. Equilibrium wasn't a smash hit when it came out. Critics were mixed, and it didn't do well at the box office, grossing $5.3 million on a $20 million budget. But over time, Equilibrium has become a cult classic and is dubbed one of the best gun fu movies out there, following the ranks of such movies as The Matrix, Hard Boiled, Face Off, and The Raid. People keep discovering it, blown away by its style, action, and message. It's one of those movies that sticks with you long after you've seen it. It makes you think about the world, yourself, and what it means to be human. In today's world, where debates about surveillance, freedom of expression, and societal control are more relevant than ever, Equilibrium continues to resonate. The film's portrayal of a society that sacrifices individuality for the illusion of peace serves as a cautionary tale. Whether through its stylistic contributions to action cinema or its philosophical inquiries into human nature, Equilibrium remains a film that challenges, inspires, and endures. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on Equilibrium. Have you seen it? If you enjoyed this episode of Cine It and want to explore more forgotten classics and cinematic treasures, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future episodes. Until next time.
You should have, just good action scenes or just good dramatic scenes. And, I hope that we've managed to blend